record here. Welcome to Yin and Unwind. My name is Lindsay. We're going to go ahead and just make our way on to our back. Start there. And on the back, we'll bend the knees, bring the ankles below the knees. Or we might walk the feet out a little bit and bring the knees together. That might feel better for the back. And then take the arms out wide into a T or cactus arms, or elbows are bent, palms face up. Or we could start to take the arms overhead, maybe reaching for just the hands clasping or opposite wrists, forearms. And we'll just settle in. Welcome if you're just coming in. Close the eyes here. We're in a great position to breathe. So start to take some bigger breaths in, really fill up with air. And full breaths out, all the way out. And just keep breathing like that here, complete breaths. Taking a little more, what am I trying to say? A little bit more, there we go. A little bit more air in than our regular breath. As well as really focusing on that exhale, releasing all the air out. Notice if you feel the body start to release here, maybe the shoulders are softening. Maybe our lower back is letting go a little bit. Ooh, welcome everyone. We're just starting on our back here in this passive rest position. And just take another few breaths here. We'll go ahead and release the arms a little bit so they're more on either side of the body. And then if our knees are not together, take them apart. And we're just from this position, so feet are on the floor, knees bent, we'll gently release our knees over to the right. So you could bring a cushion underneath that right outer knee. Or I'm going to give us another option here. So both knees over to the right, and then we'll take that right foot to the outside of the left thigh, knee. Be cautious of the knee there. Nice and easy if we're closer to the knee, but we'll just give that gentle press. Right foot to the outside of left thigh, knee. Breathe here, a few breaths. Say hello to our hip flexor, our psoas. And release. We'll take the knees to center and just pause at center for a moment, both feet on the floor. Back at neutral center position. And then we'll take it over to the other side. So those knees fall over to the left. They might be okay just here. Maybe a pillow underneath the bottom knee. Or gently placing left foot to the outside of the right thigh, knee. And just giving that gentle pressure of the top knee, reaching down further towards the floor. Few breaths. And on your next inhale, we'll start to release, taking those knees back to center. All right, let's go ahead and hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug here. Maybe rock a little side to side. You can always circle those feet around, wiggle the toes, get some movement in the ankles. It can be a great way to just release around the feet, calves. And then from here, we're just gonna flip it onto our belly. So easiest way for you to get there, go for it. And so that you're maybe not turned around, or we're gonna make our way onto our belly and come into Sphinx. So coming onto the forearms. And if being on the belly isn't comfortable, come on up to a tabletop position, hands and knees instead. And you can work some movement of the spine there, cat, cow. Otherwise, we'll take it down to the belly. Bring those elbows underneath the shoulders, the hands down, spreading fingers wide. And then give a lift of the heart here as we reach the heart forward and up. We'll take the shoulders down the back. And then do find a little softness in the shoulders, relaxing more so into the arm bone. It's holding us up here, the structure of the arm. It might allow us to just relax the muscles, any tension. Still keeping that lift of the heart. We'll take another few breaths here. Feel free to come out at any time. It's a great way to stretch the front of the body, the front of the hips, belly. Let's take one more inhale here. Lift the heart. And exhale, release. We'll take it into crocodile, hands stacked. We'll bring our forehead to the back of the hands. And just take a moment, rest here. Neck is neutral. You might rock the head a little side to side, massaging forehead. And then feel free to bend the knees here, windshield wiper the legs. Just one more full breath. And we'll take those hands underneath the shoulders. We'll press up and back, coming to child's pose next. So knees wide, big toes touch. Reach those sit bones back. Again, the forehead could come to the back of the hands, or forehead to the floor, to a block. Reaching those arms forward. A pillow or blanket behind the knees can be nice here. Take it out of the knees. Or even just keeping those hips lifted and then taking the chest to the floor, more of a puppy position, could be a great option. If the arms are extended forward, you might walk the palms together, pressing the palms into each other and then bending the elbows. And I could take it into this back of the arm, tricep stretch. These are all just different options we can do here. Feel free to take it into any other variation. And we'll just breathe here another 5 breaths. Sorry if the microphone is getting covered up. Let's do 5 to 10 breaths. We don't want to rush this. This is a great way to ground. Feel the earth. Take us out of our thoughts, our busy mind. And take one more inhale. One more exhale. Next inhale, start to come out. Walk the hands in, moving slowly. Walking the hands back towards the knees. All right, let's come to our seat and we'll extend the legs out in front of us for a seated forward fold. And just find your seat down on the floor here, wiggle, scoot, sit up tall. And then feel free to bring a strap in around the balls of the feet or maybe a cushion underneath the belly. We're going to fold forward here. So lift up, 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 up and forward. And maybe we just stay lifted, hands on either side of the thighs or knees. Or we might start to sink forward even more, reaching for the calves, ankles, feet. And then starting to bring this rounding in the upper back, mid back. Allowing the head to come forward if that feels okay in the neck. And breathe, nice and easy, bigger breaths. Allowing the breath to remind us to stay present right here, right now, with the body, with the breath. Relax the face, the jaw. And really, we're thinking about breathing into the back of the body here. Expanding along the back as you inhale. Releasing, sinking maybe a little further into the stretch as you exhale. Few more breaths. And on your next inhale, start to come on out. Hug the chin into the chest as you roll back up. All right, let's see. Let's do one more seated here. Let's do butterfly because that's a great all around stretch. We'll bring the soles of the feet in, touching, pressing into each other. Feel free to hold on to the ankles or shins here as we sit up tall. Even the hands could come behind you. That feels more supported. We'll lift the heart up. Find some length along the front of the body, and then this might be it. We might just stay here. Great place to be. Or we're once again pulled forward. Reaching the heart forward. We have some time here, so no need to press into it. Gently release into it with the breath. Once again, softening face, jaw. Sending the breath to the back, the body. Those ribs on the back rise and fall. Next inhale, if you come forward, go ahead, rise back up. Take the knees back to center and let's make our way to our back. We'll come back to the back. Back to the back. We might have got turned around here. We'll be here for the remainder of the class. So come on down. If you aren't comfortable on the back, we're going to come into a side stretch. You can do that seated, keeping the arm up and over. But we are going to come into a banana and settle in. We'll spend at least a couple minutes on each side. So go ahead and straighten those legs out, and we'll start to walk the heels over to the right, making this banana shape with the body. We'll lift the shoulders up and over to the right as well. And then taking the arms maybe wide to a T, a cactus, or overhead. And then making any other adjustments here as we settle in. Maybe crossing that left ankle over the right so that we're lengthening even more all along the left. Side body stretch. From shoulder to heel. It might be subtle, but just noticing if there's any release as the time goes on, as the breath goes on as we breathe. Another few breaths on this side. Now go ahead and start to release. Make our way back to center. Release the arms. Release the feet. Take the feet back to center. And then just pause before we move into the other side. Just take a moment at center. And then here we go, the other side. We'll walk those heels over to the left. Lift the shoulders up and over left. And then the arms come up into it, however you'd like. T, cactus, overhead. Making those adjustments here. observing any differences from side to side. Observe the breath as we settle in. Find that stillness here. Try to resist any movement or wiggles from this point. Unless it becomes painful or uncomfortable. Let's take another few breaths here on this side. We'll start to release the arms. Make our way back to center. Walk those heels back to center. And we'll just come right into our final rest in a perfect position. You just straighten those arms out, palms face up. Extend the legs. Maybe take them a little wider. Wheel the shoulder blades together a little bit. Opening the chest. And then just allowing that back of the body to ground into the floor. As we release let go here. Integrating our practice, our stillness, our breath, our stretch, our release. So you stay here just a little longer. I'll go ahead and log us off. Stay here. When you're ready to get up nice and slow. Have a wonderful sleep, a wonderful evening. Namaste.